Welcome to Clock It, where your opinion is what wins you the game. Today we are joined by our incredible contestants. She's our favorite fashionista. Help me welcome Devyni.
Hey, Koiya.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
I am great. How are you?
Doing good.
Love
Happy,
to
what is
see
it?
it.
Wednesday, hump day?
It is hump day. Yes, we love the outfit. I like the red lip. It's looking real, Fast and Furious-ish.
Yes.
NASCAR is, happening this weekend.
Yes, you right.
So I see the vibes you getting, you giving. I love to see it. Love to see it. And he is our favorite baking realtor. Help me welcome Myk. What's up, Myk?
What up, Koiya?
How you feeling?
I'm good, G. You good?
Okay, good. Yeah, I am great.
That's
I am
what's up.
great. Great to have you here. Always good to see you. Well, guys, as you know, this game just isn't about getting the answers correct. You got to know what you're talking about, and more importantly, you got to clock it. So give that big buzzer a hit. That's exactly what you'll be doing anytime you want to clock in and give your answers. Let's get it going. First question. Who blasted the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for inducting rappers? And it was, who buzzed in? Devyni.
Don't say me. It was Gene Simmons.
It was indeed Gene Simmons. Now, what were his exact words, and where did he detail this?
Okay, so he was on a podcast, and he basically said he ain't from the hood, so he don't know nothing about that rap stuff.
And I don't get why you got to be from the hood to know about rap. There's a lot of people who I'm sure listen to rock and roll who were never immersed in that culture, but it seems to be fine anyway. Whatever. Which legend in hip hop did he discuss this with, Myk?
Yeah, he actually had a back and forth with the Ice Cube. Everybody ain't really like the ghetto comment that he made because he was talking about, he was basically downplaying rap. He was trying to say that he respected it, but also was like, yeah, we not with this ghetto stuff. It should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah.
I don't understand that because, you can say a lot of things about a lot of genres when it comes to that. You don't need to be immersed in the world of it to like it or agree with it or understand it. So this was very contradicting. Gene had a lot of things to say about the genre of hip hop. What else did he say, Devyni?
Okay, so we had the ghetto comment. Then he said that it didn't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it wasn't lyrically there. It wasn't rhythmically there. And how could you say that about rap? The lyrics are what rap is about.
Yeah.
And so he just was downplay it in every way possible. It was giving a little racism to me if I had anything to say about it. But he was just bashing it, but also trying to act like he wasn't.
Yeah, and then also, alluding to sitting down with Ice Cube, who he thought was a very smart individual and a very bright individual to have these kind of conversations. And a lot of the time during that conversation, he was saying, I understand, but then would contradict himself by saying something else that was in the opposite of that. So I don't get this. I don't understand it. But hey, to each their own. You are entitled to feel how you want to feel here in America. All right, Devyni, 100 points you have on the board. Myk, you're at 0, but we got more opportunities for you to get some points on the board. Here we are. Next question. Whose kids didn't speak to him after he divorced their mother? Myk.
O'Neal.
It indeed was Shaquille O'Neal. How many kids does Shaq have, and why did they not speak to him, Myk? My
guy has 7 kids, which I didn't know was that many.
Yeah, a lot.
The kids didn't speak to him because at the time when they got a divorce, the kids were younger. So from when they said that they didn't really understand because they went on, I want to say one of them, Sharif, I believe it was, they went on Regine podcast. So they were upset with him because, we know Shaq was in the street, still in the street. So Shaq was just being Shaq, a Rolling Stone, and the kids weren't really feeling it.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because that's their mother, right?
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing as my dad, treat my mother with respect and honor and dignity. So does Shaq have a relationship with his kids today? I know this was happening and going on when the divorce was happening, but today, do they have a relationship?
Yeah, they do. They've started to develop that relationship back, and he's even said that he's trying to make sure that his sons do better than him, or all of them are just better than he was, especially in that relationship.
Yes, and we pray that they are as well. Now, Shawnee has moved on. She has now remarried, and she also wrote about this time in her book. What did she detail in her book, Mike?
Yeah, basically the way she stated it, it was almost like she wasn't really in love with Shaq. She said she was more in love with the marriage or the thought of the marriage to being married to the man that had her kids. So yeah, so she was just trying to say like, okay, well, I wasn't feeling it either, so do you.
And I think she's also sat down publicly in an interview and said like, I wasn't in love with him. I was in love with the idea of him. Which is really wild to say.
I don't believe him.
You don't.
To have 7 kids or something.
You don't think so?
No. Like I said, I feel like even the statement within itself, it still sounds like a hurt statement. So I feel like it was a statement that was stated to be like, okay, well, you hurt me, so I didn't really like you anyway.
Ooh.
Type situation. I mean, she's a basketball wife, so Shawnee's going to be like the girl that's going to try to get her get back. And I feel like by remarrying a pastor and writing her book and doing this and saying this, that was her get back.
So there's still some resentment left in there.
Absolutely.
Devyni, do you feel the same way?
Honestly, I don't. I, as a woman, can relate. Like, I can personally see how I could be in love with the idea of something or a lifestyle, but not want that person. Because he also did her very dirty. So I can not love you no more, but still love that I created these children with you, love the idea of this lifestyle that we have, that we've created. But not you, baby.
Yeah, and it could have been the driving force that kept her there because of the idea of everything that came with Shaq. So that's why I'm going to have these 7 kids, you know? So I get it. I see it.
I feel like you got to love somebody to keep pushing something from out of you that long.
Or you could just really want kids and love the idea of family. I don't know. Who's to say? 100 points you both have on the board, making it a tie. Let's advance on to our next question and break this tie. Which rapper responds to a bride-to-be offering a chance to be with her before her wedding? Mike.
Chief Keef.
Check out what this bride had to say on her wedding day.
Chief Keef, this is your last chance, otherwise I'm gone forever. You have 10 minutes to let me know.
10 minutes to let her know right before her wedding if she was going to walk down this aisle. Now, why is a bride soliciting herself to Chief Keef, of all people?
So her and Chief Keef has this fun banter that they like to have online. So she was just doing it to troll. And which she said that too. She was just trolling the people. She's a social media influencer. We ought to know whether it's good or bad, especially if you're getting paid from the content. You know, and I'm pretty sure, well, I'm hoping at least that her husband was good with it too before she did it. So
yeah, it seems like they both follow each other on social media. He understands her sense of humor. You know, they kind of go back and forth. And it seems like they've just kind of made it a thing. Now, what did Chief Keef respond and say, Devyni?
He put a GIF in the comments, like, it was like peeping out the door, like, huh, you sure? Like, and then going back inside, which was funny. You can see it's all fun and games.
All fun and games, but we know social media has to ruin everything for the people. Mike, how did social media respond to her content?
So it was kind of all over the place, to be honest. So you had people that were laughing at the situation. You had other men that were saying, well, hey, I'm Chief Keef. And then you had other people like, if I was your husband, I'll run.
Yeah.
Which I can see that too. But it was all fun and games, so it is what it is.
And we don't know the ins and outs of people's relationship, right? Maybe they have a lot of, you know, humor in their dry humor or, you know, in their relationship. So we don't know how her husband is feeling. I doubt that he's taking it serious. It's Chief Keef of all people. He knows that he's a celebrity. She makes content. So I'm sure they have an understanding in their relationship that this is just for content.
But Chief Keef, though, you got to watch him.
Why you say that?
That man got 9 kids.
Okay.
So, you know, he don't mind, you know, doing what he got to do.
So he might have taken her up on this offer is what you're saying?
I feel like he would have been more serious than she would have been. Because he has a kid from a social media influencer. He also has a kid from someone that's in the adult industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he don't mind sowing his seed where he can. So if the opportunity truly presents,
You giving us a little insight. So maybe he kind of would have took her up on this offer had she, you know, been serious.
I feel like he would have.
Okay, well, no more kids. I'm sure she's not looking for baby number 10, and I hope he is not either. But hey, do what you want to do. Have you know this is our last question that we are embarking on in round 1. Which artist reportedly sold the rights to her music catalog in a massive deal? Devyni.
Britney Spears.
Good old Britney. Now, what kind of deal was this, and how much did she reportedly get?
So it was basically comparable to what Justin Bieber did when he sold his catalog, and she got about $200 million for it, which I mean, rightfully so. Britney Spears is Britney Spears, but this seems to be something that's pretty popular going on with different artists.
Okay, now I'm gonna just state the obvious here. Now we have saw Britney, and she has not always been in her right frame of mind. Seemingly, maybe she is. So do we think it's safe to give her $200 million right now, post conservatorship?
I mean, it's been years at this point, and it seems like she's happy. It seems like she's with family. It seems like she's doing a thing. So I say, why not? And if she blow it, then child, call me if you feel like doing it.
$200 million is a lot of money to someone who may need some type of assistance, you know, when it comes to her mental state or even like financially doing things. I mean, her husband has full-time custody of the kids, so I think that also tells a lot as well. I just pray and hope that Britney makes smart decisions with this money. Now, Devyni, why are artists selling their catalog instead of collecting royalties?
So they're basically trying to maximize the money that they can get for it. Selling their royalties, that the songs and things can fluctuate how much they're worth. So they're just trying to get instant money at the time where they can maximize it. So it seems to be beneficial for the artists, and they're just kind of taking advantage of the money they can get for the songs and things that they've written.
No, you're 100% correct, especially in the world of social media with TikTok and things. Like, we have a new TikTok song coming out every other week, and so the music that even we appreciate here on this stage probably would not be as appealing to the younger generation. So it's like, I'm gonna cash in on this now because I don't know how my music is gonna age throughout time, competing in a world of TikTok that has the instant gratification with the little TikTok dances and songs and all the things. So
yeah,
if I were an artist, this would probably be a smart move for me as well. I dig it. All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of round one of Clock It. And what do you know? Both of you are tied, 200 points on the board for Devyni and Myk. We got to break this tie, but before we do that, Devyni, are you going to NASCAR? Any of the events this weekend?
Not.
Okay.
But I might need to. I have in the past, and it's really fun. I actually got to go in the pit and take little photos and do all the fun things. This year, I'm not, but I don't know. I might have to redo my schedule and see if I need to make it out there because I look too cute.
You do.
To not be there.
You look entirely too cute. Myk, do you have a Valentine's date this weekend? I'm going to take that as a no.
No, girl.
But you do have an event coming up. Tell us more about that.
I do have an event. So, yes, I got a cake and sip coming up on Friday. I'm looking so forward to it. And I actually got a lot of people still asking me, hey, can I come?
Can they?
Are they sold out?
It's sold out.
Ooh,
yeah, my plan was to only have like 60 people, and we have 80 going on 90. If I keep letting people come, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations, Myk. That is dope.
Yeah, so people
doing
want
your
to see
thing.
me. Okay.
Yes, they want to see you. They want to see you giving the flowers, making the flowers. They want to learn how to make the flowers. So they're going to come to this cake and sip and learn how to do all of that. I'm excited for you, and you know I will be in the building. All right, guys, well, it's time to embark on round two so that we can break this tie. Let's get it going. First question. Which rapper is revealing her sister once tried to shoot her? Myk.
Get 'em glow, and they want to say glitter. Yeah, glow. Glorilla. Is it yeah, glow?
Either way, Glorilla.
Okay.
We know you.
Mess up lyrics too.
The audience of Clock It at this point in time know you are always messing up the words and lyrics to everything. So I'm sure they know. Where is this coming from, and what got us to this point?
Oh man, family drama. Her sister feels that her sister is stating that she is not taking care of her family, and she feels that she need to be doing more. So they've been going back and forth online as far as Glow saying like, hey, I do take care of my family, and I'm helping you out with some stuff. And her sister like, nah, we ain't really feeling it. And she's basically, from what I'm hearing, she's lying about what's going on.
Check out what her sister had to say when she sat down with TMZ.
Why does she owe it to you to support you and to support the family beyond what she wants to do? It's her money, right?
Because don't go on no interviews, talk about our struggle. You want to do that. That's not right. You don't sit here and talk about struggles, sit here and struggle with. It's not one sibling, you got 9 other siblings. She get her money just because she got plenty other in Memphis she getting money to. I got 2 siblings staying down there in Atlanta with her that she treat them like housemaids. Y'all keep on painting this picture like she's just a good person, an upright person. She's not.
This is so unfortunate. Devyni, Her sister bringing this to social media, how unfortunate is this?
I hate to see it, honestly. I don't like when families feud, and I especially hate it when everybody brings things to the internet. So I feel like it's super unfortunate, and I feel like they need to deal with this at home.
Yeah, like, why are we being added to the group chat? Why are you putting us in your business? Now, Boosie is somebody who entered the chat. What did Boosie have to say about Glorilla's family feud, Mike?
Boosie always got something to say. This
He
is
definitely
like,
do.
It's like,
He do.
sir, get your own podcast at this point, because he always talking. But basically, he was saying that he's not going to side with either side.
Yeah.
But he came from, he was speaking about his experience as far as understanding that you can't give everybody every single thing.
Yeah.
Like, he gave an example as far as, like, if you give each one of your family members like $10,000 or something like that, $100,000, that you're gonna go broke, which is true.
Yeah.
So I just feel like there might be some jealousy there, and I don't feel like you should be taking care of every family member.
Yeah.
That's your job. So I made the money. If I need to help you, I'm gonna help you out. But listen, you need to work too. It's not my responsibility to take care of you and everybody else.
And just because I'm in close proximity to you, I'm not entitled to your money. What Glo wants to do with her money is what she does with her money. If she chooses to help out her family, then great. If she chooses not to, she worked for it. She doesn't really have to.
Yeah.
So totally get Glorilla's side of things, and I understand where she is coming from. Like, girl, get out my face. You tried to shoot me. Glo literally said that. Like, you tried to shoot me. And so now you are asking for money? Like, I ain't forgetting about everything.
She might have some mental stuff going on,
too. Maybe. Or it's just pure entitlement.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to your money because you're my sister, which I do not understand that. All right, Devyni, 200 points you have on the board. Mike, you were at 300, but we got more questions, so let's keep it pushing. Which musician referred to Jay-Z as a DEI hire? Who was it?
Devyni.
Devyni.
It's me, Kid Rock.
It was Kid Rock. It indeed was Kid Rock. Now let's check out what Kid Rock had to say on Fox.
So he goes like, well, maybe Jay-Z will do it, which nothing against Jay-Z. I respect him for his hustle and, his music. But it seems like there's a little bit of a DEI hire there going on, to kind of like, black guys love Jay-Z. And of course, I'm not that ignorant. I know a lot of us love Jay-Z, not just black guys. But in the league where he had this problem, it seemed like, we'll bring him in. And so, Jay-Z's not going to take that position of power and that money.
I'll never understand it. I'll never get it. They will never give black excellence what it deserves. Now, Devyni, what do you think Kid Rock was suggesting here?
First of all, he was just hating.
100%. Pure hater.
Pure hater. But he was basically like saying they only hired Jay-Z because he was black, and that's the reason why he had this job where he gets to choose who is the halftime performer. And we all know that Kid Rock had their own halftime performance that did not do well, and so you on here hating.
Speaking of, how many people tuned into the NFL versus how many people tuned into Kid Rock's?
Okay, yeah, it was like 135 million people that turned into Big 20, and I think it was only like 6.1 that turned into his little show. It was, for one, it's crazy at the fact that they had separate shows. Let's just say that.
That's never happened before.
No.
Yeah.
But even listening to the clip, it's just like, oh, poor me. Oh, poor, it's ever since the whole Trump thing happened, it's aggravating. Like Gene Simmons, we're going back to him. Everybody's crying now because of what's going on. No, it's not that.
Listen, this country was built on the back of black people, and we have continued to carry this country for a very long time. And it looks like they just don't want to give props where props are due.
Never do.
No.
Never do.
They're mad at Real Flavor.
Never will. Yes, they are. I'll give it that. All right, guys, what do you know? We are back tied, both of you with 300 points on the board. We got to break this tie, so let's keep it rolling. Next question. Who are fans blaming for Drake and Lil Uzi Vert collab never getting released? Mike.
Lil Yachty.
First of all, I didn't even know Drake and Lil Uzi Vert had a song. So what song did they have, and why is Yachty responsible for this? So random.
At the Gate.
Yes.
Okay, I'm about to say get out the gate.
So the name of the song is At the Gate?
At the Gate.
Okay, so why is Yachty responsible, though?
So Yachty's actually not responsible. For some reason, people feel like he's responsible because him and Lil Uzi was actually beefing at one point. But he stated that they're not beefing. So they just want to find somebody to actually blame. And he already stated that it's actually, I guess, whatever sample they used, that team never actually released it. So he like, y'all get off of me. It ain't me.
He doesn't have that much control, and I don't understand why people thought because of the beef of Yachty and Uzi that this was the whole reason as to why this wasn't going to be released. Now, why is there even a thought that there is beef between Yachty and Uzi? Like, I don't understand that.
Honestly, I don't even know. It was something that happened. You know how the internet likes to talk, but basically, Lil Yachty was like, I just saw that man at the studio, and we were cool. We're both grown. Like, y'all need to stop making stuff up. Like, it's not me.
Now, a lot of people are speculating that we are going to be getting this new project from Drake. We were supposed to get it last year. Are we going to be getting it anytime soon, we think?
They say, I don't know. They say it was supposed to be the beginning of 2026. We're in the beginning of 2026, so hopefully we'll get it very soon. So maybe March, April, what Sheree said, spring, summer,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's giving Sheree spring, summer, fall. Yes, no, I 100% agree. All right, Devyni, 300 points you are working with. Myk, you are up 400 points on the board. Here we are with our next question. Who said college was the first time he was around white people and felt equal? Devyni.
Cam Newton.
It indeed was Cam Newton. Now, help me understand why this was his first time around white people on the regular.
Okay, so he was raised in Atlanta, which we know is a very black city.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't really raised around white people like that. So when he got to Gainesville and he was playing with white players, he felt like that was the first time. And I mean, honestly, it's baffling to me that he felt like they were equal at that point, coming from a black situation to now a mixed situation. But hey, that's what he felt.
And then, okay, so maybe it speaks more to his privilege because he was a good player. Maybe he felt like he was just as equally as good as the white players. So maybe he got a more favorable treatment because they were kind of up there with the hierarchy. That's the only thing that I can see.
Makes sense.
Because being in a place like Gainesville, if you know, you know.
Right.
I'll just say and leave it at that. But yeah, that was very interesting to me as well. Now, Myk, would you say a situation like this is the prime example why you feel like people should leave where they are from to experience other things?
No, absolutely. And I say this all the time because, you know, I've lived in different states and you definitely experience more, you gain more knowledge from those experiences. And honestly, I think at least I know people that have been like that as well, where they've lived with blinders because that's all they know.
Yeah.
So they just kind of see people as people and they're not, because they haven't experienced racism, they don't know what to look for. So even if they're being targeted in that moment, they're just like, hey, why are they doing that? They're not, like, it's not going to, oh, they're being racist until they have to actually sit and think about it and be like, oh, wow, okay, that's what happened.
100%. I agree wholeheartedly. Well, guys, I'll have you know we are embarking on our very last question in round 2. And what do you know? You both are tied. 400 points on the board. Not to add any pressure, but this is going to break our tie and also let us know who today's winner is. Where was the first emergency medical service in the United States? Myk.
Pittsburgh.
It indeed was
Pittsburgh.
Now, let's hear how this was all broken down.
Where was the first ambulance service created in the U.S.? That's right, Pittsburgh. Right here in Pennsylvania. First ambulance service, 1967. It was Freedom House. And it was pioneered in the black community. All communities were being failed. You called emergency services. It was basically the police. They'd come by, they'd throw you in the back of a police cruiser, take you to the emergency room. No care. And what these 25 black men and women did, who were pioneers, the first paramedics in the United States, what they did was the first EKG in the field, the first intubation, the first shock, electrodefibrillation of the heart. That was done here in Pennsylvania by these EMS workers at Freedom House. And the reason why it was black workers is because as bad as things were everywhere else, it was worse in the black community. It was because these people, when they called the police, they weren't always greeted with, let's get you to the hospital, greeted with skepticism, greeted with a lot of doubt and suspicion. This was the community that needed it the most, but this was the model for the rest of the nation. And I think it's important as we celebrate our 250th anniversary that we don't whitewash, we don't push this aside, we don't shrink from our history, we talk about it, we learn from it.
I love to see it. Being a black man, Myk, how does that make you feel hearing the history behind this?
I mean, it just continues to confirm that we are the blueprint of so many things and like we get overlooked for so much. But this also should be a thing that our people should be able to see, like we don't need nobody else. It's great to have that factor, but this is what we can do.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree, and I hope that educated some people today about another Black History moment. All right, guys, well, that brings us to the end of today's episode, and what do you know? Myk is today's winner of Clock It. He is the one leaving here with our Clock It chain. Yes, he is. Oh, look at him. You ready to put it on? Okay, I see you. There you go. Yes, he is today's winner. Devyni, as always, thank you for being here. Myk, thank you for joining us. To our viewers at home, you already know tomorrow another episode of Clock It is coming on, and we look forward to seeing you then. Bye, y'all. Clock It.